The following broadcast is brought to you by
Elite Performance.
What's Poppin' Corn Snacks? Printed Memories.
Revved Up Tattoos.
The Fighter's Friend.
Doc Sports Service.
The One's Kitchen.
Inner Beast Sportswear.
BW Sports 1, sports media marketing and design. Check us out at bwsports1.com. It's another original BW Sports 1 production.
Pew pew!
What is going on? What's poppin'? It's Wednesday night. You know what goes down with that guy right there. He's the one. This guy right here is the lion. And together, we are the Dukes of Football.
And to awesome girl dads.
Boom!
Hey man, what's up, bro? Man, it is Wednesday night. It is Divisional Round football. Once again, we have ended the Jim Harbaugh going to the NFL rumors, and I don't know what else is there to be excited about. I think 2 weeks we got the XFL, so I guess we should be talking about that too, or something like that.
In 2
Is it
weeks,
2 weeks
maybe.
or is it 2 weeks?
Is it after
I don't know.
the Super Bowl? Why would they
Yeah,
start
I think it would be.
before
I think it's
the-
after the Super
God, I
Bowl.
would
My
hope so.
tweets could be highly inaccurate.
Listen, we're not too far off that. I mean, we got 2 more weeks till Super Bowl. But, 3 weeks till. Hey, we're close. We're close. We're getting there, and it's getting exciting.
Yeah.
It is getting exciting. We don't want to go too far into the pros yet because we don't want to skip over our good friends in the NCAA because there's so much to talk about right now. Sarcasm.
I'm like, what notes is he looking at?
Well, I don't think I got all the notes, and if I do, I'm cool with it. So I'm gonna flow off you, except for I'm diving in first and
Oh
foremost.
yeah, they went away. There's some that
God.
went away. It's all right, but we can fill it. It wasn't nothing but a couple things I got.
Okay.
No biggie. We're good.
Okay. So can I?
I
Start?
think one was Aaron Rodgers. I think one was Tampa Brady. Tampa. So yeah, it was something like
Pinky
that.
talk.
But yeah, so it was easy to figure it out. We can roll with it.
All right. Can I start? Can I go? Can I? I
Fuck
got.
yeah.
Oh, man.
Heck yeah.
Oh, no. Yep. Politically correct. Revved up ridiculousness. I got to start here. Brought to our good friends at Revved Up Tattoos. When it comes to body ink, go somewhere with quality work and where you feel comfortable being and hanging out, waiting on your turn in the chair. To call your next ink or piercing therapy session, call 317-537-2667 today. Oh, Damon.
Yes, sir.
Damon. Revved up ridiculousness. There's a few things that we could have talked about, and there may be another thing that you, my friend, may bring up, but let's talk about the wonderful Cowboys place-kicking extravaganza.
It was highly entertaining.
It's literally like the guy was on playing Madden for the very first time in his life, trying to figure out the kicking game. Not once, not twice, not thrice, but 4 times. Count them 4 times. I'm almost Booker T. You know what I'm saying?
I was wondering if you was gonna get a thrice out of there.
I did. Gotta do what you gotta do, man. Man, what in the
Like,
hell? I mean, after the second one, I'm probably gonna think, let's go for two. Let's see. Let's play our chances on that. Especially after the third one, I'm not gonna give him a fourth chance. Yeah.
in a row though, not
No.
the third one in the game. In a
Nope.
row.
Bing. Bing. Pathetic.
I mean, were the laces? Were the laces in? I mean, I don't know the fundamentals of kicking. I mean, did he plant wrong? Was his open foot toe like a club? You know, when you swinging the 6-iron and you kind of don't level it off the right way. Is it kind of like that?
We'll go with that. I mean, I'm looking at my foot right now, the Flintstones foot looking thing as it is I'm kicking it. Yeah, I see opening because I wouldn't kick it that far at all. But I mean, if I'm in the NFL to kick the ball, I'm not going to miss 4 times in a row. I think after the third one, I'm going to the coach myself, be like, dude, don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. 3's enough.
Hey, but I'm gonna be real with you. The ridiculousness about this was not the fact that he missed 3 in a row, 4 overall. The ridiculousness is the fact that how quick Dak switched. You know what I'm saying? Like Dak was like, "Oh my God, let's fucking go for 2." Oh, like he's a part of the team, and we all stick together. Sometimes I have bad games, and you know what I mean. Bullshit, bro. I'm calling shenanigans.
I seen it. Yeah, I seen a meme out there that shows him saying like, "Go for effing 2" or something like that, and and the kicker's like, "What was I saying? All those interceptions you threw." All right, I'm done with my bashing. It was.
But anyway.
It was. I'm done bashing the Cowboys for the moment.
Yeah. But I mean, like overall, it was ridiculous. But if you get into it, I guess we better just go ahead and transition and talk about, what's popping in what's popping in the NFL. Might as well just go ahead and put that up there.
Might as well, right? We might as well.
Yeah, that's where we're going. It's not like we're going to talk about.
Well, we could. We talked about Jim Harbaugh staying at Michigan.
I think it's a circus now. I do. I think he does this shit on purpose.
He might. Okay, so I'm having a little issues on my end. I'll be right back. I'm gonna flip flop to the iPad.
All right, he's going to flop to the iPad. Going to talk about absolutely nothing. Now, while he's switching up, I guess we can get talking about. Did I have anything else for ridiculousness? I didn't, but we'll go ahead and get on off that. We're switching over to what's popping in the NFL, which gives you this little cute thing underneath, which is what's popping, brought to you by What's Poppin' Corn Snacks. Check out the best gourmet popcorn around and make it your own with a customized label. Would you love to have a label of popcorn with your mug all over it? I would think it'd be great. But if you want to do that, check these guys out. Hit the website. You can get that link right from our website, which is www.bwsports1at.com or something like that. We figure it out. I'm bad at this. So as I'm rambling on, trying to keep him coming, a couple things we can talk about. Overall, last week's games, and here he comes. Overall, last week's games, the super wild card games were pretty darn exciting. Every last one of those games were good. It wasn't like you were well, let me keep an eye on this game while I do this and see what's coming on. It was like, well, let me watch this game while I keep an eye on something else. Like I wanted to watch these fights to get me, amped up, hyped up, ready for the pay-per-view this weekend to get us ready for March 4th. Trying to get my fight game on, put my shoulders in, get my guard up. And these games were that exciting that we was watching. Like I wasn't watching no NBA games. Like I was watching these games, bro. These things was not starting off with Saturday's games, man. This is whoo. What'd you think? Can't hear you. Hit your mic. Hit the button.
It's probably one of the yeah, hit the button. It's probably one of the best wild card weekends or playoff overall weekends that we've seen in a long time. Overall, we've always seen a game here and a game there, but you got some games that are blowouts, and then this past weekend, man, that was that was some football on showcase.
Yeah, it was definitely a football on showcase. So I threw up this graphic to show us where we're at currently, and where we can see what some of the games that we saw last week that were pretty exciting. I know the game that most people are talking about right now is the Jacksonville and the Chargers game. It looked like the moment was too much for for Jacksonville being first playoff game. Having such success as they had. I think they were probably next to Kansas City on the longest win streak, closing out the season. A lot of hype, you know what I mean? And it's just like, the lights get bright. And it looked like that was what you was going to see, but you saw quickly that this Jacksonville, has great resolve, and they have a no-quit attitude, and it's like they're so wet behind the ear, it's like they don't know what not to do. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, let's go out and do it and see, what happens. But the conversation is more how the Chargers are now like the Falcons and the Colts and blowing ridiculous leads for no reason at all. I think he's paused, but I can't really say so. Daddy's not moving. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and there he is.
There we go. I don't know what that was.
Yeah, so I was just talking about how everybody is talking about how the Chargers are now like the Falcons and the Colts and blowing ridiculous leads.
And that is rough for you to talk about the Wizards team, the Chargers like that. Wizard, we feel you. We love you, brother. But hey, I think both of us called this game, right? Did we not? Did you pick Jacksonville?
I did pick Jacksonville.
So, we're not dumb completely.
I think most of the panel picked Jacksonville. I think it was him, right. And I could look right here on my trusty notepad. Storm.
Oh, the other basketball guy. Come on, yep. Storm. Sorry. Yep. But seriously, though, the defense, it wasn't just the offense, because look, four interceptions thrown in the first half, 3 of them in the first quarter. And you're going to love this, D. The adversity that Trevor Lawrence and the Jaguars offense had to overcome after that shit show of a start. You got to give it to them, but the defense stuck in. What did they outscored the Chargers, like 21-3 or something like that, 24-3. I can't remember exactly what it was in the second half alone, but it was pretty damn good. So hats off to them.
Yeah, I'm more interested in how the Chargers were not mentally tough. You know what I mean? Good teams withstand a comeback. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can be challenged, but it's how you respond to that challenge. You know what I mean? Slamming your helmet down, acting like a child. You know what I mean? All of those acts hurt you. Yep. You know what I mean? Like, there was a drive that was over and you gave them a first down, which they went down and scored. You know what I mean? Like, I think it wasn't so much as Jacksonville came back and beat them. It was almost like the Chargers was just like, you know what, we're not going to even come out after halftime. Like, we got this, you know what I mean? Showed. And then didn't wake up until it was too late. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think they even ever woke up after that.
I mean, that was bad. So, and there's good players on there. And no, I don't want your accountability after the fact. You know what I mean? Grow up. Yeah, I mean, you're a professional.
Yep, I agree.
You know what I
I
mean?
agree.
And I can say
100%.
that because I'm on shortwave radio.
That's good. That's good. No, you're absolutely 100% correct. I mean, how would you? What would you be telling your son or your daughter if that was them on the field? Look how many people's looking at you at that moment, not just kids, but everybody. And it's like, man, you're gonna act like that. I get the emotion. Believe me, I've been on the sidelines. I've been on the field, and it sucks. But grow up. You are a professional. Grow up.
Agreed. Yeah, I mean, and that was kind of one of our notes when we talk about it. Jacksonville won't die. Like they've had a couple comebacks in this particular win streak of wins. So it's not going to be as easy for Kansas City as some people might think. I guess we'll get the numbers from our good buddy Raphael a little bit later on, but I think it's going to be a really good game because you remember the first game was pretty good. So, but then we move on and we talk about the Baltimore Cincinnati game. It kind of went exactly how we expected it to go. At some
It went
point in
how we
time,
thought that it would.
yeah, at some point in time, we knew that the Lamarless factor was going to be a big part in deciding the outcome of this particular gladiatorial athletic contest.
Wow. Wow. All right. It was all. I mean, it was what 10-9 at halftime. The Ravens were winning. What was it? The fourth and goal. Try to be Jalen Hurts, Philly, and couldn't live up in the shoes of Lamar Jackson. Sneak that didn't make it. I mean, you weren't even close, bro. You weren't close.
Yeah, talking about touchdown, like law, bro. You was a good yard and a half away.
You were way off that, dude. You weren't even close. But, hats off to them. They played a hell of a game compared to what I kind of maybe thought they would, especially towards the end. It just seems like Cincinnati isn't on the gas yet. Maybe they needed this to get on the gas. I don't know, but the next opponent isn't going to allow them to put the foot on the gas pedal if it's not there at the start.
Well, but you gotta factor in the fact that this is the third time that they've played this team, and you just played them last week. You know what I mean? So yeah, it was never going to be a blowout in either side of the coin. You know what I mean? It was going to be this. I mean, these guys know each other's playbooks, for God's sake. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, I think I'm not saying if Lamar plays that they win the game, but
better shot.
But you got a better shot on that goal line than Huntley.
Yeah,
I don't know.
100% agree there.
And the hustle world goes to tight end for Baltimore on that same play. How he almost runs down that lineman, like he runs hard like no other person on the Baltimore person ran hard.
Nobody.
He ran hard and almost got the block in the back penalty.
Almost. He was close. It was
almost.
Really close.
It was really close. Yeah, it was really close. But if you don't hustle, you don't even get that opportunity.
That's right. You
know what I mean? So,
especially these kids watching these games, when you hear your coach and your parents out there saying, hustle, hustle, it's what we mean, man. You could have stopped. You could potentially cause a major shift in momentum in a game time decision that makes your team victorious.
Leon Lett. That's all we got to say. And then the Miami Buffalo game,
that was a lot closer than what I honestly thought. I will say that.
Again, another 3-time. So you just knew it wasn't going to be like, I mean, you knew they were going to take care of business, but how they were going to take care of business. You know what I mean? I think Buffalo is almost back to offensively before the elbow or arm injury or lack of injury with Josh Allen. I mean, he's like running harder than some running backs. But where I'm more concerned on is on the defensive end because they're not getting the pressure that you normally see from Buffalo. Is the Von Miller injury causing that much? You know what I mean? But I'd like to see their front four get a little bit more after Cincinnati's. I want to play sometime offensive line.
I agree with that. And again, they're facing Cincinnati that they need to get that jump, get that foot on their necks early and keep it there, because if not, what you're exactly saying, Damon, is I am agreeing that the defense is not going to be able to stop the overall package of the Buffalo offense. So it's going to be interesting. Hello, Amy. We will hopefully see you in the championship game here in a couple weeks. But until then, fly, Eagles, fly. Yeah, it is what it is, man. They better do something. But like you said, offense, I would agree with. They are the offense back to the unit moving that ball down the field at will.
Right. Before we jump over to the NFC, I forgot to ask you a question which kind of dealt with some of our topics. With that Chargers debacle, with including the other two with Atlanta and the Colts, who's at fault? Is it the coach? Is it your scheme? Is it your lack of pressure when you're calling plays, offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator? Or is it the players for their lack of concentration and execution? Or is it a little bit of both?
Amy, I ain't even gonna. I'm gonna show the world what you say now, and then we'll see each other hopefully in 2 weeks. If not, we'll see you sitting on watching us from the couch.
I mean, I didn't think you said nothing that bad. I just thought you said "Fly Eagles Fly."
I did.
I mean, I thought that was pretty cool, and good luck on your upcoming season too, Amy.
Yes. I think it's both. I mean, you got to take both into consideration. Both are definitely a factor. It depends on the play scheme. It depends on the play calling. It depends on if your players are on board with the scheme. It depends on if your players are PMS in that week, because I'm sorry, prima donnas in any sport do the same thing. And sometimes they don't play hard. It goes back to the hustle thing. Sometimes you lose that hustleness, that mentality when you get content and comfortable in a situation. Well, that's where the playoffs come in, and that's where you see the split between, quote unquote, the men and the boys.
I see. All
What
right.
do
So
you think?
I think it's a little bit of both, but I'm going to lean more towards a 70-30 players because you're the one that's actually on the field. Like I, as a coach, I mean, I can only motivate you so far. I, as a coach, can only yank your chain so far. As a coach, can only lay out the play that you are supposed to execute and run so far. And so most of it falls on the player who has to execute. You know what I mean? You first half, you run up and you making those open field tackles. You're getting down, sitting in your stance, and you're attacking the ball. Second half, you're just la 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 la. Second half, you're not paying attention to the snap count. Second half, you're jumping offsides. Second half, you're doing false starts. The mental things, you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm gonna have to go with the 70% players.
I could definitely see that. I didn't know that we were splitting the answer, so I had to say both. But yeah,
I did say both. I did say both, but more.
You said the 70-30, so I get it. I get what you're saying. I feel you. I feel you.
Feel it. All right. So some of these NFC games from last week.
NF games, huh?
Right. We'll end with no, we'll start with that one, man. Like the Cowboys feel like they just won the Super Bowl, bro.
I mean, you got to give it to them though. They finally put that little Achilles heel put that feather in their hat. They got the win over Tom Brady. They sent him home in the playoffs. They got their fifth win in the playoffs since 1995 or some shit like that. Hey, man,
First road win since '92. That's good. You know what I mean? But
let them feel.
I ain't got no.
Let them have.
I love the joy. I love the joy that they have. They're some passionate fans. But like every win, we're going to the Super Bowl. Like every win.
Man, you gotta have confidence in your team, right? You gotta have confidence.
Like every conversation starts off, "Oh, we're going to the Super Bowl." Like, dude, it was the Cardinals.
Well, this one is the.
But this was the Bucks. But
let's
but
talk
that was
about
just an
that though.
example.
And I understand that, but let's talk about this. It was kind of like, what everybody was saying about us earlier in the season. Oh, you ain't played nobody, you ain't beat nobody, blah blah blah. Okay, Tom Brady, playoff guy, GOAT, yada yada yada. They're not good. They weren't good. They were barely in the playoffs. They shouldn't have been in a home game decision or situation in the playoffs at all. So, I mean, it's not that big of a win as they're making it, in my opinion. And it's not me hating on the Cowboys. This is me just being real with it. It was a wild card win that got them to the next step. That's it. It wasn't the Super Bowl. It wasn't, oh, we're going to the Super Bowl. Calm down, sit down, chill out.
Going to Super Bowl. Let me get my Dallas truck out. You know what I mean? Let me grab a star. I don't know, but it's, I don't know. I actually picked the Bucks because Michigan. No. I picked the Bucks because I just very rarely am I going to pick the Cowboys or anything. It's just real. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
Well,
I mean, and I'm still angry that I picked them to win the division. But I didn't have any faith in Jalen Hurts throwing the ball past 15 yards. So
such an off season can show. And you mentioned stars, Damon. We're among stars tonight. Finally, he makes his long awaited return into the playoffs. Mr. Esparza. What's up, sir? How are you doing?
What's going on, fellas?
Oh, just a little playoff talk. Talking smack on the one-rated team that call themselves the Cowboys. How are you doing, sir?
Hey, I kind of understand the excitement because let's face it, not only the America's team, but they're probably the most scrutinized team in the NFL. So when you get a road playoff win, I'll let you pump your chest. But I'm not letting you pump your chest all week long. I'll let you pump your chest for a couple of days, beating Tampa Tom on the road when everyone's making fun of you. I'll let you stick your chest out for a little bit.
All right. Well, and that's fine.
It's only a quality win because it was Tampa Tom. Let's face it, man. That Tampa Bay team
a road win in the playoffs is a quality win.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah, to a winning team that should be in the playoffs. I mean, that division should not be in. If it was in the NBA, no, I'm not even going to say that. That is terrible. And host, I'm never going to be a fan of. I don't care if you won your division. You're under 500. You should not.
Well, yeah,
host.
I agree.
Hey, I haven't seen you, Ruff. Check this out. Hey, you remember when Dan said that the Steelers were not going to be an above 500 team? Do you remember that?
Clearly, like yesterday.
Yeah, that's all I wanted.
And what a funny day yesterday was, because he was wrong.
Doesn't happen often, I know.
No, so I guess we can finish up our recap of last week. Let's see where we were at. New York and the Giants. New York and the Giants.
There we go. New York and the Giants, folks. They went head to head, toe to
I swear it's just iced tea. It's not Long Island.
That's what he says every week, folks. Raphael, what did you think about this Giants team going into Minnesota? Once again, you're talking about a quality win on the road in the playoffs in Minnesota against Kirk Cousins, which a lot of people have the F word in front of. And I'm not talking about the 4-letter one. I'm talking about fraud.
If I'm the Eagles, I'm worried this week. Because if the Giants play like they did last week, your wounded Eagle could be in a very, very long evening, and we can see a road. I think we see 2 road teams win this week. I would not be shocked if we see 2 road teams. And I will say that maybe the 2 teams that were arrested may be a little bit shell-shocked and all that. I would not shock if Jones and Barkley run like they did. Man, the Eagles, let's face it, the Eagles looked poor against the Saints. They couldn't run the ball. They couldn't stop the run.
Are we talking about this coming week, or are we talking about last week?
No, I'm just saying what the Giants showed me last week, that to me it shows that they can run pretty far in the playoffs.
I'm not disagreeing with that for sure. I'm not disagreeing.
That's all I'm saying.
At all. What do you think?
This backfired on Dea so bad.
Damn. What is yeah, we'll get to all that backlash, but I mean, what is it next for Kirk Cousins and the Vikings? What do they got to do?
You can't really, you know what? I think the whole division probably has to sit around and see what Aaron Rodgers does. Because if he goes or gets traded and all that, then the division's wide open. Then if you're the Lions who thought they were going to lose coaches for better jobs who are staying now, that just tells you right there that maybe the mean dog is starting to wander away, and now the division is going to be open. So if you're the Vikings and the Lions, I hate to say it, but you might have to sit around and wait to see what Green Bay does, because that's a totally different team if they trade Aaron Rodgers or if the Packers semi hit the reset button. I don't think they're going to hit the complete reset button, but a semi reset button puts the Vikings and Lions in a very good position.
As much as I enjoy watching Aaron Rodgers on the football field, that division is already wide open. It's already open. Aaron Rodgers is the only handle that he has on that division is the Bears, and who knows how long it happens. I don't think. Me personally, if Aaron Rodgers stays there or leaves, I don't think Green Bay is going to be any good. I think they're going to be the exact same that we saw this year, fighting to see if they can make the last spot for the playoff round or for the wild card, and continue to hear Aaron Rodgers spin his wheels about if he's going to be, if he can be, or if I don't, how I'm going to be, if you're going to do this. Like, he's not playing hardball to get other people contracts. He's playing hardball because he's being a dick, really. You know what I mean? You're holding Green Bay hostage for no reason at all. I mean, and then you don't produce on the field. $50 million, and that's what you give me, and then you want to blame it on subconscious, just psychologically or sub-psychologically, blame it on everybody else on the team and not take any blame on yourself. Man, come on, man. Get out of here, bro. I have seen through the veil of Aaron Rodgers. Period. And by the way, all of Ben Roethlisberger's numbers are better than his.
That was one hell of a rant on Aaron Rodgers from the one, folks. I haven't heard that type of rant in a long time.
He's cool, though. I kind of like him. He's funny. He's funny, man. But he's being a dick, man. He is. Organizations do it all the time, so why can't players?
All right. Well, was there anything
Lamar Jackson, about, Baltimore?
Was there anything to talk about in San Fran and Seattle's matchup other than they are who we thought they were?
Keep an eye out for San Francisco. Because if they, let's say, even make it to the ship, not win the ship, if I'm a team like the Saints, the Colts, the Titans, I'm calling San Fran and say, hey, what do you want for Trey Lance? Because he may, I'm sorry, Mr. Irrelevant, if he gets to the ship, you might have to keep him as your starting quarterback. So now what are you going to do with Trey Lance? He's not going to want to be a backup. Again.
We don't care what Trey Lance want to be. You have not proven yourself. If I'm teams, I'm calling for Jimmy.
Well, I agree. Jimmy's going to get phone calls, but I'm just saying we went ahead this discussion 2 months ago, 3 months ago about Trey Lance being maybe a possibility. It was all Jimmy G, but now they have two quarterbacks that could be looking for better shots because of what's going on now.
So could
I
somebody
still ain't
that
see the hype of Trey
makes-
Lance. So
No,
Well-
I don't either. But his draft pick, the way he was drafted, is the hype.
Could somebody go to the Super Bowl, win or lose, and get the #1 draft pick the following season? Have we ever saw that?
I don't think that we've ever seen that. I don't think so.
It's a possibility here.
There's going to be a lot of situations, I think, in court. I mean, with where's Lamar going? I mean, where's Jimmy G going?
Not
Where's
Baltimore.
stuff like that? And I'm sorry. I know Lamar listens to the show. He's a big fan of you guys. But we've had this discussion.
My
Not
guy.
having an agent, really, because he's not going to get that money now for being injured. This whole year, he's not going to get that money now.
Not the same amount that he wanted. No.
Not even close.
He'll get paid, but he's not
Oh yeah, he's gonna. Oh, he'll be top.
He's gonna
He'll
get
be
paid.
top 5 easily. Top 5 easily, but not the money he wanted.
Right.
Well, I guess we all don't get the money we really want.
yeah, he wasn't gonna get the wanted any. Now, it's say that you speak that, but we're gonna have to do a show after the season where we deal with some of these draft picks and free agency, because there are some pretty decent college quarterbacks coming out. This is an interesting quarterback draft. Plus, you got these expiring contracts of rookie seasons for certain quarterbacks in the league. Now you have some of these veterans who can still play that might just need a new atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of movements in the quarterback position coming up in free agents and the draft this summer that I'm going to be paying close attention to. Has nothing to do with mine, because I think we found our quarterback.
It's gonna be interesting. I mean, I agree with you, and I would love to jump in that show with you guys if you guys do one. But let's face it, Young, Strutt, and Levi, I don't think are week 1 quarterbacks in the NFL.
What's old boy's name in Georgia?
Stetson Bennett.
Stenson.
There you go.
Sir Stetson.
Yeah, Sir Stetson.
I have him right now not being drafted, and I could guarantee you this: if he is not drafted, I've heard this from multiple sources because you guys saw my XFL odds I've done, talked to some GMs already. They're gonna throw the checkbook at him just because of his name alone. Can you imagine? And then let's say he makes it to the XFL, plays really well, and then let's say he gets signed by an NFL team. Can you imagine what that does for not only for the league, but for the NFL? Now you have, a system where you can go play and then maybe get bumped up to the big shots and all that. That just benefits both leagues, XFL and NFL. But if Stetson Bennett doesn't get, I can guarantee you the checkbook will be open in XFL.
Well, okay, Raphael, I got one question for you
Yeah,
right here.
I sound like you've been hanging out with Dad about these birds aren't real.
Hey, may not be. I don't know. Going back to the first pick, okay? So Chicago Bears have the first pick overall.
They're trading it.
Okay. Do you see a potential trade to San Fran for the first round pick or the first overall pick?
It all depends what San Fran does. I mean, if you're the Bears and you so-called have a quarterback, but again, that quarterback went to Ohio State, and I ain't trusting any Ohio State quarterback in the NFL until they bring me a ship. If they think that he is, which I'm going to say, he had a much improved year this year, and that's with the Bears getting rid of their defense, and he had really no weapons, but he improved this year. I'll give the Bears offense that. But if you're the Bears, you're not looking for a quarterback. So I would say get as many draft picks or something to improve your team, not just this year, but in years coming. They're trading that pick. I do not see at the podium saying the Chicago Bears draft so-and-so, and there's the first pick. They get rid of that pick.
They're going to pick it up to the Colts?
I don't know. I
don't know about the Colts. I don't know about the Colts.
I was thinking more like Stetson Bennett to the Colts. I think that's the type of person that they would like in their organization. An older guy, but who's young.
He's not
Me
being
personally,
drafted.
that's who I would like. It'd be a perfect
Same,
fit.
but different.
Yeah, I mean,
but still
that's
same.
gay though. That's so, and I mean it that way.
Not being drafted. I'd be shocked if he gets drafted.
That's just that's terrible. It's a good kid, man.
Oh, I
A
agree.
good 25-year-old kid.
I'm not saying he's a bad kid or he stinks, but doesn't to me NFL ready.
There you go. I think my nephew's
There you
over
go.
there on Wi-Fi.
But I do like the theory. But I do. No, I don't. Hell, I don't know what he's doing. She might be trying to get the Pacer game. I don't know. We're good.
They still play basketball.
Hell, I forgot. Anything else? We got to ramble. Huh?
He said, "You still play basketball?"
Yeah, the Pacers still play.
Yeah.
Wow, man, they're pretty ball, man. With the core, they look good, man. I know the Pacers ain't gonna play them. I mean, pay them, but they look good. You know what I mean? Like, damn, hating all over the Pacers. He's just mad because Vegas ain't got no team.
Not yet.
Not yet. Not yet. Give it another 3 years. The Supersonics will be in Vegas.
No, Seattle will be the first. Seattle will get the first expansion.
Supersonics gonna come back. I'm fine with it. In
Mexico City.
Yes,
Mexico City.
All right, moving into the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. Raphael, I just want you to know that the Lion was 6-0 this past week on his playoff picks. Yes, I picked Dallas to beat Tampa Tom, and everything else was right as well.
I mean, last week's
games, that was my loss.
They were really that difficult games to choose. We all knew San Francisco because I would say the Charger-Jaguar game could have been a toss-up, but everything else, okay, Giants-Vikings, but everyone had a Giants. I mean, that was probably one of the probably bad losses Vegas took because we couldn't beg for any Minnesota money all week long.
Ouch. Well, that sucks. For you.
I actually bet a little bit. I actually bet the Vikings. When it dropped down to -2, I'm like, I had to take it. I mean, so I lost, but what are you going to do?
Diamond, let's move into these games that we got coming up this weekend.
It was a good showing.
My bad. You got like a delay again.
You're good. You're good. You know, I'm delayed. You know what I mean? The one delayed. So here you go. First game, Saturday, 4:30. Wild card. No, I don't even know why it says wild card. It's supposed to say divisional round. Damn it, man. Jaguars and the Chiefs.
We're firing.
Exciting game, a tempo game.
The graphic department. Does the graphic department run your Wi-Fi department?
Listen here, buddy.
That was good.
Sorry, I had to. My bad. I got nothing but love for you.
This is here, buddy. No, I think this game will be good. It's going to be up tempo. It's going to be exciting. I think it's going to come down to actually who has the has the ball last, because neither one of them really play defense. So, yeah. What does Vegas think? I want to know what they think. Or
I mean, Vegas is going to probably be. Vegas is going to be huge. All sportsbooks are going to be huge Jaguar fans. I mean, because let's face it, the betting public, which I am part of the media group, which people are telling me that. So we get fined every time we make fun of the Kansas City Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes through the NFL, because we're supposed to rely that Patrick Mahomes is the greatest thing in sliced bread. He's the next GOAT. We're not allowed to make fun of Kansas City, so we're supposed to say Kansas City wins by 21 points or we get fined by the NFL. But I would not be shocked if the Marsha Brady hairdo of the Goldilocks of Trevor Lawrence, if they can run the ball with NTN and have a great passing attack in the second half, then I think the Chiefs are gonna be very nervous. Look, they've been down before in their first playoff game. They've been down big in their first playoff games. So it's not like they've been blown out. I mean, everyone says, I see all these media people saying Chiefs by 14 or more, or double digits. I have the Chiefs winning, but I have them winning by 6 points or less. So I like the plus points, and I'm probably going to wait to see if I can get that plus 9. It opened up at 9, and I think Saturday afternoon when everyone's parlaying college basketball and NFL and stuff like that, I can maybe get that plus 9. I like Jacksonville in this spot.
Well, while everybody is paying for Raphael's wife's dinner that night with all the parlays and her next diamond ring, the panel is going straight arrowhead on everybody because I agree, however, that it could be a shootout towards the end. I agree that Kansas City should be nervous. However, I think that Jacksonville has perhaps gassed out, and you're going to see them gas out by the end of the third quarter in this game. But it's not going to be a blowout still. They may be up even at that time. But
yeah, this might be one of the more competitive games, I would say.
I can see that.
All right, let's keep
and
it
no
moving.
more delay. That's right.
Again, I bet you some of these are changed and some of them aren't. That's hilarious.
It's all right. We know.
But anyway, Giants, Eagles. This one all depends on play calling of Jalen Hurts' injury. If they're going to have the same playbook, I think the Eagles are going to win this game and look good doing it. Not to say they're going to run away with it. They're just going to look good. They're going to look like they did at the beginning of the year. If they're limited on their play calls, what they can do with Jalen Hurts, this game is going to be very difficult for the Eagles to win, but they'll do it with a field goal at the end.
We just played this team 2 weeks ago. We have already beaten them twice this season. We did see the actual stat at 21-14, so it's not that hard to beat the same team 3 times in one season. Obviously, you know who I'm picking, but I think it more so depends on not the play calling of Jalen Hurts, like you're saying. I think it depends on turnovers. We cannot afford to turn the ball over at all. So whether it's interception or fumble, which is killing me more than interceptions, but interceptions have been known over the past 3 games, they need to do something to keep that ball secure and safe, and that's the way we're going to do it. Plus 10.
I like the plus points in this one. I also like the money line in this one. I think Hurts is a little bit banged up than what people are talking about. I think him going up on there saying bounty gate and this and that, and they're all gunning for me. I think he's a little bit more hurt than we're all planning for. So if he's not 100% healthy, and that means you called it, game plan and play calling, it could be huge. If we don't see the MVP style quarterback and we see a limited quarterback, then I think the Giants were going to be control the clock by running the ball with the quarterback and by Barkley. And if that's the case, that means the Eagles' offense is going to be sitting around watching this game because I think the Giants are going to control the clock. I think the Eagles do win this game, probably by a field goal. But, boy, if there's one wild card upset, this Giants team reminds me when Eli took the Giants on a undercard pretty much all the way to the ship. This Giants team is going to be tough to beat, especially if they're running game of Jones, not just Barkley.
Well, let's hope there's only 2 wrong on this panel for this game. I like it. I like the way it looks. Just saying.
Yeah, I was really close to picking the Giants, but I crossed it out because I'm gonna ride with my guys' team. I'm gonna ride with the Dirty Birds. Well, that's Atlanta, but I think the Eagles are dirty too because they got a jail in their stadium. But that's beside the point. But I'm gonna ride with my guys' team.
I'll take it.
Next up, see divisional round. See, I got of them, bro.
This was before night court.
You
And the
got
NFC was after night court.
Hey, listen, Night Court was absolutely hilarious, bro. I enjoyed every bit of it.
The new one?
Yeah, because I watched the first one like in the
I haven't-
90s.
I
That
haven't-
was my
I-
late night boy.
I haven't watched it yet, so thanks for thanks for recommendation. I'll give it a shout.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good for a reboot. You know what I mean? They tie the old one into the new one, and it works. So I'll see how it goes. But anyway, as the world turns with Cincinnati and the Bills, we thought we were going to see this game a couple weeks ago. Great news for that young man. He's coming back. He's looking real good with his recovery. But now we get to this game with the Bengals and the Bills. Whoo, boy. This is going to be a good one. It's going to be a shootout. I don't think neither one of them play a whole hell of a lot of defense. Josh Allen, yes, he's playing like the elbow don't hurt no more. I like Cincinnati. I mean, it's hard to go against a dude that's that cool. But Buffalo has been on the mission all year, and they've pretty much stuck to script on that mission.
I agree with you on that one, and I'm glad number 3 is healthy. Been in that situation before, so I know what he's dealing with. And if you're going to reel him out to get the crowd motivated, this is the game. Not last week's game when you were 14-point favorites. You reel him out this game because this one's going to be a dogfight. This one's whoever has the ball last in the fourth quarter, whoever has that bad turnover in the fourth quarter wins this game. If you need some more crowd support, you bring him out in this game and show him, hey, I'm all right. I'm here with you guys. I can't be on the field, but I'm going to be on the sideline with you guys. You bring him out here. I like Buffalo big in this one. I think they win. I think they cover. Not because of Joe Cool, but Joe Cool lost a lot of key offensive linemen in the last 3 weeks. And now you can put pressure on him. And Joe Cool is a total different QB when he's being pressured. So, and I know Buffalo has not looked good pressuring the quarterback ever since Von Miller's been out. But you're going to see a lot of different formations, probably more blitzes for them to get Joe Burrow out of that pocket and make him go to his second, third, fourth look. I like Buffalo here. I think Buffalo wins by a touchdown.
I'm not disagreeing with either one of you. I think it's going to be a hell of a game. I do think that fourth order is going to play a big persuasive on the outcome, I should say, something like that. Buffalo, man. Buffalo's got the momentum. They're at home. They got number 3 on the sidelines. Like you said, he's going to come out. He's going to excite the crowd. I don't think Cincinnati is ready for this game. And only
3 people
do.
think Cincinnati gets it done. Man. I was leaning towards Buffalo. I just think that like me and Roth kind of said the same things like he said that I said a little bit earlier. I just think Buffalo is on a mission. They've been very steadfast. And Josh Allen is playing like you can't stop me. So this is going to be an exciting one. But I think Buffalo wins by 8.
Oh, there you go. Raphael, what's the spread on this one?
I just want to say a weird
5.5
number.
5.5. Where did it start out? 6?
No, I actually started. I think Buffalo opened up around
Was it
4,
5?
4.5.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
Ooh.
So it's taking a point and a half almost.
Well, it's that offensive line, man. I alluded to it earlier, man. They were having issues with it in the first place. And if you got that many people and you got subs in, it's not going to get any better.
No.
So, and then here we go with the last game of the weekend. We got them dirty boys against. Man, this is like NFL football playoffs. Like I've been watching this matchup playoffs since I was a little guy. Not that I'm a big fan of either of them. I do have a jersey on, Roddy Lott. You know what I mean? Dan knows my thing about, jerseys with NFL players. But this game, man, is always had exciting. You had the catch, you had the TO on the star. You know what I mean? Like, this was it for the NFC in the 80s and the 90s.
Yeah,
I'm about to be talking to Rob because Dan's too young for that.
That's true. I want to say Dallas keeps this competitive, but I'm sorry. You know me. I love me controversy. I love me all the swag that this could happen. San Fran wins. San Fran wins big. Dallas 5 days. They had to travel to Tampa, then travel back home. Now travel back to San Francisco in bad weather, probably traveling to San Francisco because they're still getting a whole bunch of wind and rain there. San Francisco's got to eat clam chowder in a bread bowl in their beds for the past week. They hadn't gone nowhere. I like San Fran and I think San Fran's a better defense than Dallas. And I'm not saying Dallas doesn't have a good D, but I'm sorry, the way San Francisco's been playing defense lately, it's been lights out. And I'm sorry, if McCaffrey continues to do what he does, we're not even talking about the other weapons that San Francisco has. I'm just talking about McCaffrey. This game could be ugly, and I'm telling you, everyone thinks maybe Aaron Rodgers should go to San Fran, Tampa, or maybe Tampa Tom goes to San Fran. If he wins this game, Mr. Irrelevant, and again, if he goes to the ship, man, San Francisco's got a driving tool. They can have two quarterbacks that they can probably get some draft picks out of. I like 49ers. I think this is the big blowout game right here. I think 49ers have the biggest win margin in this game right here.
Wow. You know, Raph, I love you, brother.
Hey, Dan.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead.
David, please bring it.
Go ahead. No, go ahead, because I see this is going to be great. Go ahead.
I love you, Raph. And we all know that I am not fond of that Dallas Star team from birth. Out the womb, I was not a Dallas fan. However, something inside of me just wants to see this happen. Something inside of me just wants to put it to him one more time. So I'm going to go outside the box here. And I'm going to pick and listen, Sean, Matt, all you other Cowboys.
Oh, I got something for you. I got something for you, bro.
Mama.
I got something for you.
Dallas gonna win.
I got something
Dallas
for you, bro.
gonna win by 4. Damn. The two brothers. Look at that.
Look at that Cowboy shirt.
That's funny.
No, look below your brother and to the right
him.
Of your brother.
Oh, I see him. I know. The Cowboys fan goes against his team.
I mean, you're picking the Cowboys for an Eagle fan point of view, not for I want to have a win so I can show up everyone else on this picture or I have a huge bet on it. You are picking it because you're an Eagle fan and you want to see
100%.
Yeah. So when you start that segment of what you just picked, that's how you need to start that segment. Now you have no reasoning just because you want to beat them 3 times. That should be your reasoning.
We didn't beat them 3 times. We're not going to beat them 3 times. We're going to have to beat them only twice this year.
Well, whatever.
No,
I'm just saying.
Look, if you think about it, look, 4-1, 4-1, 4-1. They had their 1 the last week of the season. Now they're on their supposed 4-run streak. It's got to end somewhere. It won't end this week, though.
I don't believe you.
It's all right. Not many.
I don't believe him either. This is the only time that them two are going to slap hands and high five about the Cowboys.
No, we still ain't doing all that. I'm fine with being wrong with this.
They're going to call each other after the game.
Yeah, no. I tell you what,
man, that is.
If Dallas and Philly end up playing each other in the NFC Championship game, I could put $100,000 on my brother and I doing something live before the game, halftime, something. But I want him to feel the pain that's going to cause him for his team to lose against his brother's team to go to the Super Bowl. So that's why I'm picking the way I do.
I think y'all should put on a singlet and wrestle like you did back when y'all was kids.
We didn't.
Or
We didn't just on singlets at home.
Or I'm thinking he should have the Wi-Fi problem right now.
Oh, Jesus.
No, I think this would be good for a quarter. And San Francisco is just going to run them into the ground. There's just too many weapons for them to focus Michael Parsons on. I mean, I'd be surprised if he even touches Purdy.
Yeah, because you don't think that San Francisco defense is tired of listening about Parsons this, Parsons this, Parsons this. What about us?
I'm not disagreeing. Like I said, it's
San
not going
Francisco's
to
hot,
hurt
bro.
my feelings if they lose. One bit is it going to hurt my feelings if the Cowboys.
Did you lose a
pick
bet
us.
with Sean and had to pick the Cowboys?
No, I
did your
really
mom
think I
make you pick the Cowboys for Sean?
no. I really, truly think that this right here is going to be the upset of the week. I do. I really do. Something about it is just saying, okay, it's time for San Fran to kind of just have one hiccup enough in the middle of the game that's going to cause them the game. That's all. It's going to be one play. That one turnover, Raphael, that you were talking about earlier. It's going to be that one.
Well, you got a whole lot of faith in Dak and Mike McCarthy.
I didn't say I got a lot of faith in them, but I do like Michael Parsons. All right.
Should be interesting.
How much Sean pay you?
None.
Is he paying for your half of the Myrtle Beach trip?
No, ain't going to Myrtle Beach. No. Rafael Esparza, he's back, folks. He took a little hiatus because he's been a little bit on the busy side, but since New Orleans didn't make it in the playoffs, he's back with us on Wednesday nights. Rafael, tell everybody where they can find you, sir.
Well, I'm not busy because of that. I'm busy because I've been doing other crazy shit. You see your emails.
I do.
So it's not
we
like
almost put all of them out too. I'm not gonna put all. I'll let the ones like the Marvel movies and stuff like that. That'll come from you because you can bet that. You can bet that.
Yeah. So it's been interesting. A lot of crazy stuff coming out. More crazy stuff coming out now that prop season is pretty much here with Super Bowl. So I will be there at press row. So that should be very interesting that whole week. So you can check me out over on Twitter at VSI.sports. You can find me on Instagram at Raphael Esparza. You can also find me at the new website, youcanbetthat.com.
When do we get that invite with you? Don't you need 2 helpers?
I actually need just one, and I think that one person on the air knows which one I'll be inviting.
Damn. Steven, get ready. Super Kicking's going to the Super Bowl.
The guy that sends pictures of food would be the one I always take.
Fair enough.
Because I can feed everybody.
Food, those pop pies are damn good.
Food always wins.
All right. Duly noted, sir. Duly noted. Raphael, thank you again, sir. As always, we will see you hopefully next week if you're not too busy talking about the Philly and Dallas matchup in the NFC East Championship.
Take it easy, guys.
Round, baby. Hey, have a good one, buddy. Nice to see you.
Man, he is hating on my Cowboys and Eagles matchup for next week, isn't he?
Oh, I like how you cleaned that up real quick. I was about to
say. Come on now.
Yeah, man. We have come to that time.
We have. I wish I had a water, but I'm getting ready to do it because our friends could be your friends too. Damon, you know why
I'm not thirsty.
Could be their friends? Because they should be all friends.
Because, I mean, if we all get together and be friends, they can't be enemies.
Bingo. And here's our friends that you should check out too to become your friends as well. Elite Performance, What's Poppin' Corn Snacks, Printed Memories, Revved Up Tattoos, Doc Sports Picks, mybookie.ag, The Fighter's Friend, The One's Kitchen, and Inner Beast Sportswear. And don't forget our friends over at Boomer Button Box, baby. That's right, Scoot. We love you. Got my Boomer Button Box for Christmas.
I had an inappropriate comment, and I'm going to leave it
Uh-oh.
in the inappropriate sphere.
In the human resource file.
Yes, they're right there in the HR cabinet.
There you go. And don't forget all the rest of the fantastic awesomeness that we have here at BW Sports One. Jackers and Wreckers, the state of basketball super, kicking it with Steven just a bit outside Combat Zone, and us here at the Dukes of Football. Speaking of Combat Zone, make sure to check out Southern Indiana Combat Production. They are going to be live once again. SICP2, the second coming, live Saturday, March 4th from the Evansville Veterans Memorial Coliseum. Check them out at southern.indianacombat.com.
See them.
That's right. And YouTube channel,
Yes.
Southern Indiana Combat Productions. Your boy doing the interviews, baby. Catch them.
Catch them. Oh, it's gonna be so much fun. It's gonna be so much fun. I actually want somebody to get hit so hard that I get blood on whatever I'm wearing. Not really. That's kind of no, awesome. But hey, I had something I wanted to say and I forgot, and I don't know what it was about. All of our people. And something goes somewhere to something. Oh, I remember. Hey, check out our exclusive things that you can only see on the website. A lot of our personalities do blogs. So make sure you go hit that website and check out some of the blogs that are written by some of our personalities. Latest one up is by The Source, talking about safety on the kart scene. So check it out. www.bwsports1.com.
Boom! Bam!
There you have it. All right. It's been real. It's been wonderful. It's time to shoot some things.
All right. Damon, as always, what do we do?
Hey, I want to know who this little boy is that took you on the ice skates. Keep it sport.
Say that again. Say your question.
Listen, I want to know who this little boy is that I didn't get to meet.
Okay.
Listen, I don't know who this little boy is I didn't get to meet.
Pew pew.
Pew, pew.
And as always, Damon, what do we do?
We keep Eddie sporty. God, it is awesome.
That was good. We'll see you next week. We hitting the button.